This video is supported by my newly released sound design course. Click the link in the description to learn more. In this video, we're going to be making 3 of my favorite pads I've made over the past year or so, and all you need to follow along is some kind of wavetable synth. So please do leave a comment down below to let me know which one of these is your favorite. Let's kick things off straight away with our Flume inspired pad, selecting a somewhat bright sounding basic Moog wavetable, adding some noise and setting a soft pad-like amplitude envelope. Next, let's add a 12 dB low pass filter, making sure to route our oscillator and noise through it. So now the fun stuff. Let's start setting up some modulation. First, applying an LFO to the filter cutoff, as well as the pan of oscillator A to add some nice stereo width. Now here's the secret sauce. To add that Flume style randomness, we're going to use key tracking modulation, which outputs higher values the higher the note we play. We're going to drag this onto the rate of our LFO, resulting in each individual note in our chords having different rates of modulation for our pan and filter cutoff. Let's finalize the sound with some reverb and a high pass EQ to roll off some of the lows. As well as creating some subtle pitch drift with a chaos oscillator and some further random per note panning using Serum's note on random modulation source. Okay, so pad number 2 inspired by Rufus du Sol. First, we're going to set 2 sine waves with some bend plus waveform modulation. Saw waves are also perfectly fine here, I just prefer the slightly softer harmonics. We're also going to detune these from one another, as well as panning one left and right to create a nice wide stereo image, before adding in a little noise texture and softening the attack slightly. Next, let's add a 12 dB low pass filter with an envelope to very slowly open it up over time. To create some more interesting movement, we're going to use an LFO to modulate the warp modes of both oscillators to create some variation in the harmonics, as well as the filter cutoff. Now, similar to our first pad, we're going to modulate the rate of this LFO, but instead of key tracking, this time we're going to use another LFO set to a rate of 4 bars. All that's left is some reverb and high pass EQ, as well as an extra filter at the start of the effects chain, just to give us some nice overall control of the harmonics. Our third and final pad, inspired by Paula Robinson, starts with using a basic Moog saw wave with 7 voices of quite detuned unison, as well as some granular noise. Now, you can use any noise you wish for this, but if you do want to get my free collection of noise textures, including this one, there is a link down below. We're going to layer in a very, very thin pulse wave a couple octaves above our first oscillator, just to add some nice high-end harmonics. But to make the sound a little more dynamic, we're actually going to use a very slow envelope to gradually bring this in. Again, we're going to use a chaos oscillator to add some random pitch drift. As well as some subtle random per note panning with the note on random mod source. We're going to route all of this through a 12 dB low pass filter. Before finishing the sound with a decent amount of reverb and a high pass EQ. So it's a brand new year, and why not make this one the year you finally learn sound design? I recently released my brand new sound design course designed to take even a total beginner step by step through everything you need to know to make any sound you can imagine. With over 6 hours of content in there already and much more to come, now is the perfect time to take advantage of the current early access price. As more videos are added to the course, the price will be increased to be more in line with the industry standard, but if you get in now, you'll also get future content updates for free, so definitely take advantage of that while you can. It's also what allows me to put my time into making videos like this one, so thanks in advance if you decide to check it out. I hope you all have an amazing 2023, and I'll see you in the next video.